A few hours ago, Zhongling could not stand the sight of the pampered prince, but now she served him like a servant, attending to his every need. Meanwhile, Xiaochuan was enjoying some barbecue while inquiring the young girl about the identities of the men who had grabbed him earlier. It seemed the girl was well acquainted with them. Zhongling explained that the leader of the bandits was named Lian Shu, a former bandit leader at Smoke Wolf's stronghold. It was her mother who had assigned her the task to eliminate them. As a rite of adulthood, the man looked at the girl's mature figure and asked her age, to which a slightly embarrassed Zhongling replied that she had just turned 16. Xiaochuan expressed surprise internally at her mature figure at such a young age, but vocally criticized her mother for letting her engage in violent tasks at such a tender age. The young girl seemed to disagree, but did not dare to refute, silently nodding her agreement. Not far away, the chattering guard speculated in hushed tones that the abduction of the prince was definitely targeting the queen. Anticipating trouble again within the next 7 days, Xiaochuan, with his sharp hearing, was slightly startled by the inside information, inwardly grumbling about the relentless enemies they faced. The head of the guard suggested that the prince should stay in the palace temporarily, where powerful protective formations were in place, deterring the assassins of the Blood Cloud Tower from breaking in. The man highly agreed with this idea, a response that left the guards looking disdainful at this seemingly cowardly prince. Zhongling, who was in the know, sighed, sensing his reluctance to take action. After a fulfilling meal, Xiaochuan got up and prepared to stroll around with the young girl. While the guards continued to share news, they mentioned that the Blood Cloud Tower was incredibly brutal, and failure of their action might lead to repercussions on the common people. Confused, Xiaochuan asked Zhongling for explanation regarding the guards' discussion on the potential danger to the common people and his wife, Ziruoyan. The young girl described how the Blood Cloud Tower operated, employing despicable and ruthless methods. Following a failed mission, they would resort to massacring innocent people to force the Great Flame Dynasty to pay protection money. Xiaochuan was puzzled about the notion of protection money, and Zhongling explained that, in the past, when a pride officials threatened the interests of local tycoons, these wealthy individuals would set up bounties through the Blood Cloud Tower. The Imperial Court would protect these officials, and the Blood Cloud Tower would be out of options and then terrorize the civilians, forcing the court to pay protection money to have the threats called off. Considering the failed kidnapping, it was typical of the Blood Cloud Tower to either persist in targeting him or turn to terrorize the civilians. Hearing this, Xiaochuan was enraged, questioning the legitimacy of calling the Blood Cloud Tower's members assassins given their willingness to murder innocents. He also wondered if his wife, Ziruoyan, knowing his abilities are not bad, would ask him to intervene. Silently, Zhongling speculated that the prince might be misunderstanding the term not bad, and affirmed that the queen would indeed call upon him if she knew. Xiaochuan began strategizing, aware that acting against the Blood Cloud Tower would reveal his true abilities and potentially escalate the situation to a full-blown conflict, risking his marriage with Ziruoyan. Regardless, he felt compelled to eradicate the Blood Cloud Tower to protect the innocent lives at stake. Listening to the prince's logic, the young girl was at a loss for words, and the prince didn't know how to do so. He would like to solve the problem at its root. She asked if he truly intended to seek revenge on the Blood Cloud Tower, to which he corrected that his motive was not vengeance, but to uphold justice and protect the people. Zhongling noted that finding the Blood Cloud Tower's main location in the vast Great Flame Dynasty would be nearly impossible. With a scornful smile, Xiaochuan assured her that he knew exactly where to find them.